and innovation, in particular for this region.
Yeah.
Yes. Am I supposed to go up there? Or
you don't have to.
Forward?
No. Take wherever you're comfortable is
okay,
fine.
Great. ARK has focused on 5 major innovation platforms that are evolving today at the same time, and that are technologically enabled and really are going to be transformational during the next 5 to 10 years. And they've been brewing for about 25 to 30 years. The seeds for them were planted in the tech and telecom, in the years between 1980 and the tech and telecom bubble. And now they're flourishing. What is, I think, a great opportunity for this region, first of all, Israel is a fantastic example. Shelley mentioned some of the statistics there, but the one that catches my eye is that Israel has 0.1% of the global population, but 8% of the unicorns out there. So that's really gives you a sense of the startup nation, and starting with education. And I would say education even before the college years, inspiring young children when they're in middle school and reaching that fork in the road. Am I going to be serious about this education or not? So, and then, of course, the government, I think, can encourage, but too much top-down decision-making is not good. The history of the defense industry in Israel and in the United States is a lot of great technology comes out of that part of government, out of necessity, right, and national security. But I think more appropriate are tax incentives, opportunity zones, special enterprise zones, and so forth. In terms of, I don't know where you want me to go with this. I think we have many more experts here on this panel than I am. But the one thing I do want to say is governments can change regulatory policy and really compete against the developed world in a major way. We are seeing regulators very heavy-handed in the United States especially. Think about the crypto asset world. They're driving innovation away. And I was struck when we were starting to study crypto assets generally, to see Cyprus had a university that was featuring Bitcoin degrees, still is, and allowed students to pay for college in Bitcoin in 2013. So I think there's a great opportunity to, arbitrage the over-regulation that is taking place in the United States and developed markets, leapfrog that, provide tax incentives and other opportunities to take advantage of these massive platforms. The last thing I'll say is every country is different and has its gifts. I know that I mentioned Cyprus in terms of a financial center. That made a lot of sense, cryptocurrencies, crypto assets. Greece has, of course, both of them have tourism and a good history in medical technology. We know they're using drones. In fact, I think very recently they delivered medical supplies with drones. So embracing these new technologies, leapfrogging over old technologies is another opportunity.
Great, thanks. Well, if you think there's a problem of over-regulation in the US, we're in the we're not in the EU anymore in the UK, but EU's got probably a much bigger
Actually, in crypto, it is a much better regulatory environment than the United States. But I do believe that the executive branch in the United States is going to be challenged. It already is by the judicial branch and the legislative branch. And we'll get it right eventually. As Winston Churchill says, the United States usually does everything wrong and finally gets it right.